Well, well, well. Hello, Watery Tart. Hello, Kent. How y'all doing? Very clever MS Paint joke. Well, thank you very much. I used my utmost skills of memery. I'm doing good, thanks. Doing good. Okay. We are working on Yon Criminal today. Plan today is, we'll see how much we can manage, but first I'm going to work on the criminal busting out the master from the courthouse. If I finish that, I'll move on to the musician and his sick beast. Sick beats, sick beast. Almost. Not intended, I wish. That would have been cool, but no. Show library. Yeah, it's done. Tis done. Tis done. Whoops. I think I pasted that into Streamlabs. Oh jeez. That is the biggest. It's stored as a name in Streamlabs, that's funny. Right. Are you sure you want to remove everything? Yes, I'm sure. Spoilers. Okay. Okie dokie. So. One in it. Outside of court. Set initial dialogue. Guess the rubble is just done automatically. One day after the first exam and I'm back to procrastinating. Well, you probably taught yourself that you might scrape a pass anyway, so you'll be fine. When's your next one? Seventh? That's plenty of time. You're fine. I'm not joking. I don't want to stress you, but I don't want to enable you either. Top of the barrage to you. Hey Slater, how you doing? 19, cool. So if oil info, then else. Doing okay when's the game beta? Ask me in 10 years, I might know. Friggin' bosh this thing. I'm ready. Not even worried about the exam, worried about the coursework after. Don't ask me why I jumped in, say what retard was in the channel and just randomly yelled at my screen. F you, what retard. Hey Fletcher. That's Mr. Pooper was released safely. In a very picturesque location, actually. He's a bit stupid, though. He's trying to run back into the jar when I opened it. I was like, no, that's not where you want to go. That's wrong. Yeah, why are you not working? If outside court, then if Christmas info 19 oil info, then yeah, that's fine. This has to happen earlier. Big request, commas or apostrophes for long numbers. For example, HP 19599. Is that for, are you asking for the Streamlabs boss specifically? Because if you are, I don't have control over that bad boy. I don't think. Maybe some of them expose the CSS or whatever and you can edit it, but hey Azrael, how you doing? Good to see you. Thought that was part of the game. I'm dumb. That's what I get for bullying water retard. You're not dumb. That said, I don't think I do that in the game. So hey Krup, why not in the game? I just didn't think about it, honestly. Don't think we get that kind of stuff very often. But you're right, probably. Helped with readability, yeah, you're probably right. Probably right, I'm always right. Good for you. Strong power you got there. If we were in 19 or 20. What happened to what? I can't see what that is. It's not good. It's not showing up. Was the player standing inside the wall there during the NPC convo? No, he was the player. Shouldn't have been. Oh, the mouse. It's a mouse emoji. I didn't get that. It doesn't. Like, I guess I don't have that character or something. I drove it out to a park and released it. It pooped a lot. And for a nice walk in the park, saw a movie and then part ways. Give it a few days, it will find its way home. I drove pretty far. And low-key, don't tell my wife, but I hope it would just die before it comes back. But hopefully it's a bit disoriented and just makes a nice home in the park or something. But I do not hope it comes back. The other one, the first one we caught, we drove that a very long distance because we were going up to the Highlands. And we dropped it like at Loch Lomond, which is like way further than this. In order to blow up the wall on the courthouse wall, the man from the prison cell needs some oil of Slogger's Bane. Said it used to be found in the Dragonfly Fen, but he hasn't seen any on the market since recently. You in the UK? Yes, I am. Did I miss something? It sounds like you're feeding local predators. Circle of life, you know? Helps him level up real life grinding. Killing mice. I hope Mr. Pooper makes a nice life for himself in the park. That's all I can say. Hey, Bite Man, how you doing? Good to see you again. How you doing today? That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Pretty great, just finished those keypads I made yesterday. Glad that marathon is over. Took 16 hours. Wow, good job. Are they working as you wanted them to? Alright, let's try that then. Yeah, I guess he clips in a little bit if you go to... It's tough, I need to... Don't exactly know how to fix that. Because if I fix it on one side, it becomes an issue on the other. Yup, now it's time to relax and learn about game dev. Nice, nice one. You've earned it. It's not Slogger's Bane, why I keep calling it that? It's Slogger's Boon. Something went wrong there as well. Attempt to index global missing quest. Okay, so that's something else. Thought it was the right one. Quests misc info. I see. That's fine. Alright. So then, if we talk to him, get the instruction. Orange blow to Gora's old man from the prison cell needs some oil of Slogger's Boon. He said it used to be found in the Dragonfly Fen, but he hasn't seen any on the market recently. So then, if I go through here, it's a bit choppy, I don't like that. Romet, found any Slogger's Boon yet? Right, perfect. So, I'm actually just gonna dip into the temple thing. So we need to, okay, fine, that's all done. I'm gonna update the temple map. So we did end on recoloring the water to be blue. Like you guys thought, I just wanted the guide to have the final word. So simple puzzle 2. And then also we wanted to scale this just to see what it looks like. It's weird you can't set the scale. How big is it? It's 40 by 40. That means twice the size? That can't be right. Looks fine to me. I would never notice that had been scaled. It still needs a bit more scaling though. But in terms of the graphics looking weird, it's fine by me. Now I don't know exactly how much we'll need to do this. That looks fine. How does this look now? It is easier to tell which path it's on, that's true. To add the oil item, I don't think I've done that before. So that's number 8. It looks like it's implemented, and so we need to add it in the HUD, I think. Some capital maps have been added. Ooh, this looks spicy. I love the purple. It's got a little bit of shore there. Docks. That's cool. I don't hate it. Just don't understand what's happening there. Maybe that's bones in progress or something. It's a really cool set of maps. Right, so we're happy with that. So I'm going to add the oil. Wait, number 8 is, it's not a drink. Is that a little lizard? It is. Love it. Did I tag those in? I did. Quest items 8. Yeah, I guess that'll be oil then. Oil. Slugger's Boon Oil. So if we add a quest item, I would like it to switch to that, but I don't know if we can. Update quest items, table insert on update quest items. Check for quest item. That is pretty strange. I would expect it to cycle through to the oil when we get it, but it's not doing that. Because the adding quest items, yep. Shift quest item buttons. while selection target is not equal to selected quest item. Aren't we missing that? We have to surely set the selected quest item to be the selection target. Otherwise, I don't get it. Well, I mean that didn't work, but at least it should. Because otherwise I don't really know. Wait, while select? No, wait. Okay, never mind. While selection target isn't the selected quest item, shift the buttons. So the selected quest item is changed in this function. And it is quest items 1. If we don't call that function, what happens? Well, no discernible difference. So that returns out at some point. Return by length. Print return by item not existing. Neither print. Pre selection target. Post selection target. Post selection target is pre-selection target oil and then nothing. Pre-selection target C charts and then nothing. Because it didn't have it. That's fair enough. Why is it done in a weird order like that? Pre-selection target oil and then C charts and then C charts. It gets called twice. Why does that run twice? Selection target. There you go. So it was the length of the table thing that didn't work. That's cool. So printing C charts and all. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Nice. Good job, me. So we've added oil and jump back to here. If quest item clicked. If get distance, what's it, ID? That's my ID. Player ID, Boston. Complete quest 19. And we're gonna play the dialogue. And remove the click tracker. Criminal something. Welcome back, Tart. Right now I'm adding on the criminal blowing up the wall of the courthouse. So now I want him to respond to the offer of the oil. We've got our Slogger's Boon oil. Give. Smashing. We got a bit Scottish there. So then he's going to want to get to, like, so you can see it. I guess no further than here. So well, maybe here. Yeah, let's do that. 1828. Who did we do that for? I guess we did that for the trap dude, so we can check him out. NPCs. Was it an NPCs? Might not have been. Basically, we want to force him to walk to a certain position. Yeah. Explosive planted. Too warm again. Check for explosion. If $1200 $545. do not have a walking animation. Whoops. So if the position of the guy is +2 tile, I didn't need to do any of that. I don't know what I was thinking there. I think I was just zoned out in my head thinking. Stained camera shake. Sweet. $13,600. No, that doesn't make sense. Explosion in progress and self. Explosion started. Collision graphics. I think that's the Collision Nova. I think I can tell here actually. Collision graphic. Yeah, okay, so. Beep. Oh, it's the blocker that's got the script in it. Let's try this out. Fingers crossed it looks good or works. Might, I don't know, I don't feel like I've done enough here. And not self-explosion. Started, yeah, I feel like that's important, and I feel like this is important. It's a bit premature there. Now. That is badass, but way too big a spread. And also this should happen regardless, I think. Hey Java, how you doing? How fareth thee thine brush day? That's terrible, I love it. I'm good, how are you? Seem to be in a good mood. surprisingly well today. That's great. That's what I like to hear. Didn't sleep, got very tired, but I'm hanging on. As in no panic attack so far. That's silver lining for sure. Right, let's blow this thing up. I think even more concentrated would be better. Very quiet in chat, isn't it? It's a chill one today. That's fine. Well, maybe you feel neglected, but I'm here. Huh. Did I screw something up there? Ah, I did. I did. Looks cool. Now enjoying a pack of crisps. Cool Coke. Plan to do the dishes after. Life is good today, I like it. I like this optimistic, positive Java. This needs some kind of check, I guess, I think. If haven't felt positive for ages. I hope it's really the meds working. I mean, it should be, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's not in here at all, actually. Run. Perfect. I should rate some LD games. I need ratings. I'm gonna play your game, Jab, at some point. Because you played mine. So you'll get some ratings for me when I get around to doing it. Hello Drake, how you doing? That wasn't a demand or anything? No, but I just wanted to tell you that I had it on my list. But yes, I did play and rate yours. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think it'll do very well in theme. I hope so. That'd be good, because I've been kind of pooping on other people for not doing the theme well, so I better represent myself. Good yourself? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, we'll launch this and then spawn mastery here, I think. The only thing is we wanted this one, 25. Did you end up getting the rock scaled? I did it, and I think it looks fine, but the animator wants to redraw it anyway, so I'll leave him to it. But yeah, it looks good to me. Scaled, I mean. Ooh, yeah. We're in some good music here. $1,305. Let's see if that works. I'm not sure, but hopefully. So we walk up over here and use the oil. No, that didn't work very nice. No, he blinks in there, I don't like that. Well, I guess it's alright, but... $1325.85. So is it because we need some player activity for him to adjust himself? It could be that. Buddies, master. I wonder if that would work. think it did. There was one more thing I wanted to do. Oh yeah, fix the dialogue, that's it. Quest-wise, this is an early one, maybe completed. Number 4. So that should fix the dialogue, and we should get the quest as well. Hey Zed Doctor, how you doing? Doing good, finally got a good night's sleep. Yeah, good on you. You really need that after Albuzum Dari. Looking forward to the next one. That's good. Are you gonna stick with Unreal Engine, or what's the plan? Try something else? If I can save it. I'm going to stay with Unreal as far as I can tell, thinking about remaking my game and making it better. That's cool. Seems busted. Add argument number 1 to hash. String expected got nil. Don't know if that was just because it was already bugged out or something. Anyway, the master thing is really cool. Very pleased with that. I thought I had fixed her like librarian. Guess not. I think I recognize your game. It sure has changed from when I last saw it. Better graphics to be sure. I mean the graphics were kind of like this from the beginning. I have I think I should have like old images of it. Sure there was a clip I had of me when I was playing it just after it started. It was a couple of months in or something. Maybe it just looks more put together. I think this, especially this, what do you call it? This scene now with the exploding wall and stuff like that is really awesome. Are you using any kind of software for dialogue branching, or is it your own? Aranval, it is something called Twine. I don't know if it's in my dev info, but I think it's yeah, Twinery. Heard about Twine, haven't seen it in use though, looks neat. Yeah, it's really useful for this. I used Inkle, it's pretty decent. I've had to like tweak Twine to fit it to what I need, but now it works for me. So yeah, why are you not working, Miss Librarian Lady? Have I short-circuited you somehow? Get you spawn. It is pretty useful. I was doing it in a spreadsheet first and that was a mistake for sure. $10 or 1? So it is 10 because I have set the world map to be unlocked. So it goes to 10. What's wrong with 10? Where's the Twine? 20 units, it could be a big seller. Even for linear, it can be used to show the conversations. Yeah.
Thank you for being a true
Aaron Val, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Not sure what's going on here. I need to close some of these things. I just have a probably dedicated program for it, and it does something like exports it to XML or something. I found a way to export it to JSON, which works for me. Great. So So all we're loading in is the JSON file. What does that look like? Does that look fine? Kind of hope not, because that would explain why. No, that looks fine. Around 10. Wait. Okay, I'm just going to export it because I think that just looks old. No, I did not want to add a new passage. Doesn't help me though, C# and JSON don't work out of the box. I didn't know that. Surely there must be like a plugin or something or extension or something available to make it work. Kabalamo! I love that explosion, it's great. Let's go to the library. There we go. That looks out of date, I think. What's in there? So fix that. Update master quest is done. And then, oh yeah, let's check. Does the criminal disappear? I don't think he does, but he should. So let's make sure he does. Do not want to copy all that in. No wait, there we go. Or if not released or get quest complete status. Or then, yeah, okay, so it should be gone. Oh, for the music, it's great, isn't it? It's a great soundtrack. Run. If we go in here and then come back out, the criminal should go on. Yes, that's cool. Alright, so the only thing I want to do is actually I wanted the bomb to do some damage if you're close enough to it. Do damage to player. Distance to explosive. Print gets vmath length. Player geo get position player minus source of the explosion, which is here. So if we end up like here, this is fair, I think. This is too explosive, didn't print anything. Because I tried to do a print and a print. Good job. So that closes the line, that closes the vector, the length, and the print. Yeah. Let's try that again, but less stupidly. Okay. So if it's not too cool to run away from the explosion. We'll see what that does. It doesn't actually deal an amount, so that didn't work. Never thought about this, but is Lua case sensitive? Haven't really thought about it either, to be honest. I believe it is. I believe it is. I'm not sure. Self explosion pause, that's why. I'm stupid. Try that again. Come on, kablamo. Not the sprite. I wanted, I guess, the controller then. to Are you interested in the AoE remake? I mean, not really. Like, I hadn't even heard of it until now. I really loved Age of Empires, Age of Kings, so I'm happy they're doing it, I guess. But it's not something I'm like excited about or anything. Not these days, anyway. What would be cool, and I'm not sure what stage it's at or if it's been abandoned or whatever, but I heard there was a Morrowind remake using the Skyrim engine, I think. That would be pretty badass. It's not Age of Kings, it's the first one. Yeah, I liked Age of Empires as well, for sure. Played more Age of Kings, I think, but we played lots of Age of Empires as well. Let's try that again. Yeah, that worked. Nice. That's still going, I think. Nice. I'm excited about that. I don't know much about it. I haven't kept up with it, but I'm very interested in that. Knockback done. We also need to just remove the quest item, actually. Alright, I think that's done. Okay, so I'm going to take a little break now, and then we're going to move on to the next set of quests and NPCs. I always remember the mirror towers from Rise of Rome. I do not remember that. Rise of Rome mirror tower. What is that, Drake? Google's not showing it. Age of Empires mirror tower. Are you talking about Age of Mythology? Because I'm getting a result for that. But I'm not finding anything for Age of Empires. Ah. Well, I know the sprite, but this looks like some kind of modification and stuff. Mirror Tower is a super unit in Age of Empires. It is only available to the scenario editor and the campaign aspect of the game. This defensive structure fires a beam of red light every 3 seconds and is 100% accurate without the need to research ballistics. That's weird, I don't remember. I was in the scenario editor a lot, but I don't remember this. I guess we were more in the scenario editor for Age of Kings. I remember all the cheats in Age of Empires. There's quite a lot of effort into the cheats, like the photon guys and stuff like that. I remember like Xerxes, the heroes. Alright, So that was good. Did that. Right, so I'm gonna take a little break and then we're gonna go back and I'm going to add the musician and beast NPCs and I'm gonna see how deep into that we get. So see you soon. All right. Hello, Plane Reality and Platformer Labs. Is that, what's that guy called? Bonzo Buddy? Bonsai Buddy? Bonzo Buddy something? And Yo David, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh, Bonsai Buddy, yeah. The desktop assistant made by Joe and Jay Bonsai. I always pronounce it Bonzi. Oh yeah, I don't actually know what I used to pronounce it like. Some version of the software described as spyware and adware. Bonzi Buddy was discontinued in 2004 after the company behind it faced lawsuits regarding the software and was ordered to pay fines. The website remained open after discontinuation, but was later shut down at the end of 2008. That's funny. That's a piece of internet history right there. Right, so let's move on to get everything we needed here. I think we did. I'm gonna push this actually. I'm gonna close all this because there's just way too much going on. I'm gonna push it. So we start in the right screen. I think we do. Yes. So close that. Criminal quest, librarian fix, anything else? Temple puzzle. Update. That's about it. What are you using for version control? I don't really do much in terms of version control, to be honest. Default has got GitHub built into it, or Git, whatever, some kind of thing like that. And I'm using that, but I'm not really tracking versions or anything like that. It's pretty unsophisticated in that respect. I know I should. I don't. Green swamp musician. Is that right? I'm just guessing here. I think it should work, but I can't remember. It was right. Nice. So we need to place this guy somewhere. Here? Not in the flowers, not in the bones. It's past kind of the sunken ship, I think. Yes. Sweet. Right, so we need to add the graphics for them, basically. So replace criminal Bomberman with musician. And that ought to do the trick. It did. And then we need the beast. Just call it musician beast so they're next to each other. Just put them in the same atlas. Beast agitated. Sobraj Konami will be calling in with their lawsuit. How come? What have we stolen? Bomberman, alright. Well, that's just a file name. That's not making it into the game. There's a Bomberman game for N64 which I played. I like that, otherwise I didn't really have any experience with it. Oh yeah, I was gonna show old Fates of War. Where was that? This is old school Fates of War. This was before, what is that? Before enemies, before turret graphics, before anything. And that's me showing off the targeting. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so beast agitated, that's fine. Doesn't look any different. Well, the ground and stuff like that were the same, but obviously the turrets and stuff weren't. But a lot of the stuff that we got in early on was final. But you know how artists are like, they always want to change stuff. Artists are never happy with their old work. That's just like a truism. So then we need an NPC. So that's we're just gonna copy the generic one. I think it's kind of funny just how true it is. Like, artists just cannot stand their own work. I think it's hilarious. So this needs to happen pretty early. Don't know why we're forcing the orientation to the northeast, but oh yeah, this is not the one we want. We want the MC template. The more they believe it could be better. I suppose, but I find that usually they're unable to leave it alone. Which could still, you could still be right. It just means that in practice, if artists look at something they've done 2 months ago, they just feel this need to to improve it. Not just artists, it's people who create stuff. I look back at my previous web dev work and hate it. Yeah, it's true. I mean, but I don't necessarily feel that same tug, like with code or writing and stuff. But maybe that's slightly different. Ugh, excuse me. I get that too with code, especially if I feel there is a way to simplify things. Fair enough. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm too happy with mediocrity. Why am I so snoozy all of a sudden? This chill music is too chill. Like, have code that will innate work with most variables and not just use a bunch of if statements or like... Yeah, I get what you mean. There's a certain elegance to that I'm sure you appreciate. So I understand that. I'm definitely guilty of some programming sins, like reusing code or repeating myself or whatever. That is true. Spawn beast buddy. Hey Winterlore, how you doing? Who needs DRY when you have CAP copy and paste? And SO, Stack Overflow. Or SOG, Stack Overflow in Google. 4. Stack is pointless. The answers generally are too good or super opinionated. Too good, huh? Or docs.microsoft. I mean, I find the default forums really useful. What was I looking at? Hate it when my brain freezes for a second. Think here. Nope. Freezes? That's called being successfully distracted by chat. Yay! Everybody wins! I'm looking forward to the new emotes getting approved. Hopefully they do. Usually they're pretty quick, I think. How do you spell musician? Do you know how you like when you look at a word for too long, it starts to look weird. Musician, that looks weird. Initiative will be weird to me. Oh, the word. I was like D&D? Not with you. Yeah, I could see that. Create URL expected got string. Is that because it shouldn't be hash musician, it should just be musician? I think. I remember when I was in high school, I for some reason thought definitely was spelled with an A, like that, and I even like made it like very explicit in my head. Like in my head, I would pronounce it definitely, just to make sure I always got it right. And then I was like, wait, that's not right. I have to unlearn this now. That was pretty annoying. I worked on an initiative tracker for mobile, must have typed that word hundreds of times. Yeah, okay, that would explain why it looks weird to you now. That's funny. Ain't that weird? So he's message post self beast play animation ID is equal to Chilling Banjos. Beast agitated. Let's try that again. I guess maybe I don't want him to be at all behind or like above or below. Where's watery chart? That needs to be what inspires the song for this area. Banjos. Has he made the song for this area already? Green Swamp. No, he hasn't actually. So maybe there's still hope. You see opportunity, I see risk. Twice on. Hey, the scene from Deliverance has 26 million views on YouTube. That's not on Taps Market. If you liked this, you might like the Green Swamps in Fates of War. I needed... I don't think I've seen that movie. I know the reference, but I haven't seen the movie. Haven't either, I've only seen that scene. Fair enough. Trudging through the marshy moss, you approach a young man standing next to some kind of beast. The man's dressed in elaborate clothing and holds a musical instrument, clearly some kind of traveling entertainer. Tears are streaming down his face. The beast is agitated, growling and spluttering mucus. Zixev, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. That didn't work. I suppose we're not handling the dialogue yet. So in terms of information, musician and his beast. I'll have to come up with better names for these quests later. Might not, but I should. Stumbled upon a musician, a traveling entertainer, and his beast in the Dragonfly Fen. The beast is agitated. The musician seems desperate. We need to help the creature. He was on a long trip. Hey Ed. Haven't seen you in a long time. What's up? Things are going well. I'm making lots of progress on the game. I made a game for Ludum Dare. If you want to check that out this weekend. Otherwise, just been working on Fates of War. How's your trip? What happened? He was off in the bushes, eating something. This was done. So add that. Musician seems convinced that the right melody can cure the beast. The thought of medicine does not appear to have crossed his mind. So here, if dialogue ID is equal to musician 6, then unlock quest 20. It would be nice if I could trigger the narrative. I'm not sure if this would work. No, it won't work if I set it to the same one. Could I set it to... Could just add another function for it. Maybe not repeat, but like show. Hey Nesverse, you're from the default forums, aren't you? How are you doing? Talk to him. Stumbled upon a traveling entertainer and his beast in the Dragonfly Fen. The Beast is agitated, and the musician seems desperate for me to help the creature. The musician seems convinced that the right melody can cure the beast. The thought of medicine does not appear to have crossed his mind. Checking out your progress. That's cool. Are you working on something in default or just learning it? I'm learning default now. I'm coming from Game Maker and there's a ton of unfamiliar stuff. Interesting. I never used Game Maker. I used to use Flash and I transitioned to default. It was very different, but I found it easy to learn. In some ways better, some ways worse. I'm used to it now. Add NPCs, load dialogue, finish writing, press the narrative, respond to musical notes, and add cure potion. So add some graphics requests actually. It's a bit hard to grasp the concept of Lua modules and tables. Tables are really useful once you get to know them, because they're basically every kind of array type structure in other languages. Best part is you won't have to use the visual coding to be able to script. You have to use visual coding in Game Maker. So I've got potion as 10. I wonder what that looks like. No, in Game Maker you have D&D drag and drop and GML scripting language based on C. Okay, so drag and drop then is probably the visual one, I guess. Visual scripting is used in Blueprints for Unreal. It's not terrible. I've heard really good things about Blueprints in Unreal, actually. To get to the GML, you still have to go through the drag and drop part. I didn't know that. Is just green like that. Anything, I guess. I think Fortnite is made with just blueprints. Yeah, I heard that as well. Well, they like converted it to script afterwards, but at least the first version was. Game Maker's drag and drop is very restrictive relative to blueprints, etc. Fortnite is definitely not made with just blueprints. But is it true that it, like an early version was or something? Also, hello Swift. It's good for textures and simple stuff, just not math heavy stuff. Right, what are we looking at? Where was I? Oh yeah, potion and stuff. Potion cure. Still need to see how Unity push for their ECS system in the upcoming years. ECS is Unity doing some kind of visual scripting for their engine. It's going to be tricky and interesting as you can't use the typical Unity workflow with ECS. Disease potion. So I'd like to see more hybrid. Entity component system. Data oriented and how most MMOs do it. Well, that's right there. Just really want to dig into the Mega City example. Right, so Cure Potion. Faster but much more complex. Fun. We've been using ECS for donkey's years. Never heard of it before. ECS is dead in Unity. Dots is the new hotness, it seems. That looks off-center. That's weird. Centered now. Something weird with the way the icons are spawning. Dots is the whole envelope for jobs, burst, and ECS. I don't even understand half the stuff you're saying. It's funny. Right, and quest to potion cure. So add the sheet music. Do you still use the same system for my isometric tiles? From my forum post, yes. I haven't changed that. I do need to optimize it, but I haven't done that yet. So I've got the sheet music, I've got the cure disease potion. If get quest, I think that results for closed ones as well, right? Is that the default new editor that comes with default? No, this is Atom. G3, thank you very much for the sub. 10 months. Like similar to Editor 2, didn't notice why Atom and not something different like Xcode. Well, if I was using Xcode, would you say why Xcode and not something like Atom? I presume you're asking because Atom is, or Xcode is better? I've never heard of Xcode, so I don't know. G3, thank you very much for the sub. 10 months, that's crazy. I'm doing good, man. How are you? What's new with you? Let me show you a cool thing that I added today. Isn't Xcode my fault? Well, that would be my answer then. That would be my answer. Because I'm on Windows. All right, so this is a thing I added today, which I'm pretty happy with. So when after you started the game, you have your master in the academy, and he gets arrested for treason. He's supposed to be in there. You can see him a little bit, but he's kind of clipped in the wall. I have to fix that. Anyway, he gets arrested for treason and he's standing trial for crimes he didn't commit. So one of the ways to get him free is to talk to this guy, this dude over here. He's a master of explosives, and if you find this oil, you can give it to him, and then he'll rig the wall here where the master is trapped. So give him the oil, and then we run. Wall explodes, and master is freed. So that's what I added today. I'm really happy with it. I think it's really cool. Bomberman. Not Bomberman. Copyright Fates of War. I mixed names, VS Code, basically why you like Atom. I don't know. People have been yelling at me to switch to VS Code. I'm happy with Atom. It's not that I'm not in using Atom. I'm not saying I think this is the best option. I'm saying this option does what I wanted to do. There might be better ones. All fine, still digesting yesterday's sushi. Sushi can be really good. Can be really bad, obviously, but good sushi is good. Explosive start to the game. It's not quite explosive. It does. You have to complete quite a lot of stuff to get here. So this is more the end of. Yeah, this is the end of a side quest plotline to free this guy. So it's not the start of the game. Ate a bunch of it, not complaining. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, why isn't this connected actually? This should be connected. Make sure I'll add that. Okay. So back to the musician. Well, it's fun for that to be an option. Love quest results that can affect things like environments, buildings in that way. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, that was quite an early quest line that I figured. So I came up with the idea that the master was going to stand trial on made-up charges, and there's going to be like a witness that is just telling lies because they're threatened personally. So the options to release him just came to me kind of quite naturally, quite easily. So you can bribe the judge to release him. You can expose the witness as a liar, or you can just straight up bust him out of the courthouse. So this is the first one implemented. How do you compile when you work through Atom? I don't compile through Atom, I just compile through default as normal. All you have to do is just set it in preferences. You just set the code, the custom editor, and you just put in the path to the program. That's all you have to do. Placeholder music solution. That's 7 and 8. Complete quest 20. Add quest item oil. Remove quest item sheet music. Potion here. The only thing is we're going to want to animate it a little bit, I think, first. Yeah, I'm not even calling that function, so it's probably not going to do anything unless I make sure to actually call it. So if I use the item now, it doesn't do anything. But if I jump in and I get the quest, and then I use it, cut it the wrong way around. I think 7 is music. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it needs to be a bit more complicated than that. I'm going to executive decision that probably Watery Tart would be happy with, making a little jingle for the guy. I'm gonna assume, if not, I'll unwind this. It's fine. Can I trigger the cutscene actually? Let me do that again. Remember. It's got its own separate thing. That's probably a good thing. Hey, the song for the Flowery Fever Dream was pretty good, you could do it. That is true, but it required like 90% input from Watery Tart. But I really like the song actually from Flowery Fever Dream, that's true. It is really good. Hope this still works. I hope nothing's kind of ruined it. Yeah, well that works. There. Let's just try again, but with different scaling. Let's try max scaling and full screen just to mess with it as much as I know how. Yeah, it seems to work. Toggle block actions. Self-solution used. I think what we should do is do that there, and then if is equal to either of those, then so then process the solution, and then at the end we'll complete the quest and give the oil as a reward. I think that's fair. Ooh, I'm struggling there, little fella. Yeah, of course that happened there afterwards. Okay. So if seven was music, right? Let's just do it this way. don't we just play a song? How do we do that? Play music ID in 4. So what music do we have that's quick starting? Just trying to dark swamp, I guess. So let me just test this. I'm going to pause the music because I'm expecting music at one point. Hopefully. Don't know if I've blocked it off or anything, have I? No, so it's on there, so it should work. Famous last words. So then he's asked for help. We're going to add the music. We're going to use the music. So it's going to have a dialogue. We close out of the dialogue, then it's gonna go, we're gonna get the black bars for like 5 seconds. Hopefully you can hear some music. I'm not sure if you'll be able to. Yeah. Does not appear to be, oh yeah. That's because it keeps resetting that. So I'll start music, it's false. I'll play something like Capital's pretty quick starting, I think. Woofed. Out of nodes. Oh, it keeps. Oh, it added like a bajillion of these nodes, I guess. Less than or equal to 0. So that shouldn't happen a bajillion times. That's funny. That would have been fun to see, but obviously the cutscene stuff was in the way. So. Right. Do. So we've got the oil, got quest musician's beast is completed. Nice. That's fine. So we need to update to where he goes, like update to gratitude or something like that. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All good. message post self beast play animation. Well, no, that should happen. If beast puking. So there should be a little bit of a delay, I think, once the cutscene bars have dropped in before he starts going. So this is him being ill, and then I speak to the guy, I drop the sheet music on him, and then he starts puking. And then when he's done, we switch to that. Before Pizza Board, did you make anything default? I started on a project that I never finished. Have you seen that? The pirate project? Placeholder thankful. Not what I believe you. I can show you. Does it have music in it? I think it does. I wonder if this works. No, I need to do it like this. So this was supposed to be like an open world sandboxy type pirate game. So the gist of it is that you sail around with your ship, and then the world is kind of procedurally generated. So you get things like, I'll just try and explore a little bit, see if I can find something. So here I've found an island. So there's 3 factions in the game. This one is the Steamweavers Guild, which was a band of engineers, so they were good at, you know, constructing ships and stuff like that. Parallax foreground, yeah, it was really good for depth and stuff. I love Parallax. We had the Sanguine Wave, which was the like fighters, and we had the Corporate Eternum, which are the merchants. So depending on how you behave towards those 3 factions, they like you more or less. So you could access you can access the islands. I'm scared of going onto them because I know they'll bug out. If I find a tavern somewhere, I'll go into it and I'll show you. But basically, it would you're able to no, someone wants to kill me, but I can go into the tavern here. So this is where you'd recruit crew members. You can see my crew's with me already. Would your space one effectively be an expanded version of this? I guess it's kind of a similar idea. What I didn't like about this, we never finished it, but what I didn't like about it was that he'll get drunk, by the way, if he keeps drinking there, my character. What I didn't like about this was that there wasn't any depth to it. I fell into that trap of it's like procedurally generated, so there's like infinite possibility, but actually there isn't infinite. The only difference is that there's got like a slightly different name, generated 2 words and stuck them together, and that's the island names. Therefore it's unique. It's not. So that's what I'd have to avoid. Love the aesthetics of this already. It looks really cool, and the ship movement looks nice and smooth. Yeah, the sailing feels nice. Obviously, I can't take credit for any of the graphics. This wasn't the same guy that I work with normally. Birds are a nice touch as well. Yeah, I like those. And it is default, yes. So can I recruit him? Yeah, I can hire him. Anyway, so then you can get out of here. Go back to this bit here. So I've got someone here that's trying to kill me. So these are one of the bad guys factions. So I can try and you can have like battles like this. See if I can hit him. The two cannon setup's kind of crappy because it's hard to aim. So should have fixed that. It's obviously easier to aim with a single one, and obviously a third cannon as well, because then there's something in the middle. So I'm kind of struggling here. Got another hit in there. He hit me twice. That's not good. I guess he's struggling as well. It would be nice if the Sanguine Wave helped. That's a feature that's supposed to be working, but it doesn't currently. He's gonna get me, I think. Come on. How much health does this guy have? Got him there. Right, so now they're taking on water, means I can try and board them if they don't kill me first. I think, yeah, there you go. So now there's like a ship-on-ship battle, so it's kind of like basically like dodgeball platforming. So I'm going to run here, I'm going to chuck all these things onto them. And then I managed to kill them even if they weren't on the screen. So I get a little upgrade. I can upgrade one of my crew members with cannoneering, merchantry, or scavenging. Pick scavenging. I'll give it to that guy. Enemy crew all lay dead. What do you wish to do with their ship? So you can take their ship or you can sink it. So I'll commandeer their ship because why not? That bugged out, so I'm on a raft now. I shouldn't be on a raft, I should be on their ship. So this is normally what would happen if you died. If you lost your ship. Someone's trying to kill me again. So I'm going to show you the last thing of the game, which is diving underwater to collect loot. So you dive down to collect things, avoiding the sea creatures. Sharks here, come on, trigger. So if you get deep enough, you get big reward. Big chest of gold and a sugar skull to level up. That looks hilarious. Yeah, it was supposed to be a funny one, for sure. Certainly an interesting concept. I like the idea, but even though we didn't finish it, I know it wouldn't have ended well because there wasn't enough. I was like, yeah, you got a shop like this. You can buy grog to keep your crew happy, or you can trade your items and stuff. Seems real cool, but can understand the concern about real depth versus artificial scope, i.e. No Man's Sky. Exactly, that was exactly my thought. I kind of just jumped into it without really thinking it through. So I'm really drawn to the idea, which you can tell because I'm coming up with basically the same thing but with a space skin. So I'm really drawn to the idea, but I need to be careful of not making it shallow. You know, infinitely big, sure, but there has to be some depth to it as well. So, good case study for that. But no, it is, for what it is, it's pretty good. But it wouldn't be good even if I finished it, I don't think. I swear that wasn't on purpose, but that was pretty funny. Shallow. Anyway, that was Pirate Game. It was called Captain Rumdog, which I thought was pretty good name as well. Space would naturally expand possibilities. How? I mean, not really, because I could easily make exactly the same game just in space. In some ways, even less. It would be even less. Have less possibilities because you wouldn't have like the diving thing. The diving thing would be hard. Like, I think what I want is something where you can kind of, like, you need first proper, like, good sandboxing, you need like a system. Like, Minecraft is amazing for that because it just gives you components and then you can make whatever the heck you want. Like, you make your own game out of it. I think I would go for something a bit more regimented than that, but you know, I should look at that to understand why that's so fun and why it's so good. So rather than, for the pirate game, it was pretty prescriptive, like what you could do, and it just, on a surface level, I was like, you can fight, you can trade, you can scavenge. Yeah, sure, but actually the trading was extremely underdeveloped. It would be not really fun to do. You can't really avoid fighting, and scavenging is just like free money, so why wouldn't you do it? So in effect, while I've said that there's like 3 paths to explore, effectively everybody would kind of do the same thing. They both have their advantages and target audiences. Probably, but yeah. I need to. I'm obviously drawn to the concept, so if I want to do it, I need to come up with some kind of answers to these questions before I proceed. Oh, did I do that again? No. Okay. Let's get this. What time is it? Okay, well, I think I can finish the musician. Right, so that happens. So similarly, process, cure, solution. So it's not actually going to be particularly different, so I'm going to do that sinful thing of just copying most of it. Basically, that goes, commented out anyway. We're going to replace music with cure. How'd you do, Braj? Did you finish that puzzle? Hey, Demon. I'm doing well, and yes. Let me show you. I don't know which one I was working on when you were here, but I'll show you one. So basically, the thing comes from here. You want it to end up here. Switches over here. So I'm going to try and test myself and actually do it pretty live. So that's, oh, I missed it. Damn it. That was silly. Let's try that again. Whoops. That's wrong though. That's in the wrong position. That wasn't my fault. Well, it was my fault because I put it in the wrong position, but it wasn't my fault right now. So then it comes up here, so we whack it over here. Comes there. Do we want it? Yeah, we do want it there. Just gonna hit there. Not sure where it's hit there. And then I want it here, I think. King Braj. Nice. Funny Curian 9. Musician 9, right. Process Cure solution. Pretty good. Pretty good. So that's done. And then we've gone to the placeholder action, so that should be fine. Now we're going to use the Cure Potion solution here. That didn't work. Oh, because I didn't trigger it up here, I think. Start. Cure. I meant Super Awesome, that's better. That's better. Okay, let's try that again. So Cure Disease Potion. That he's puking. And then we have the oil, remove the potion, still have the sheet music, that's cool. Okay. Cure Potion, response Cure Potion, respond to musical notes, and yield oil. I think that looks pretty completed to me. if it's completed, until I was doing some flash work the other day. Adding semicolons, that's new. So, I'll just run through that again. Give them either thing. Gonna go Mega Pukey. And then we go through here. And come back. The beast is still there. That's funny. My god, the Twitch window was focused for some reason. Almost typed my password in the chat. That's me, Mr. Hackerman. Semicolon, tell the truth, you were looking at C#. Never. Never. Select entity. Why do you think I want to do that? Instance null not found. That's weird. Does it run the rest of the init function, maybe? I think it does. Didn't realize. That's why the beast was there. That explains that. All gone. Perfect. Okay, that's a good place to call it. I finished the musician and the criminal. Well, mostly the musician. Just need to write out the dialogue, but I don't usually do much of that on stream anyway. But that was really productive. Good. Good shift. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Got a gym session to go to. I'm streaming again tomorrow, so if you're around, I'd love to see you then. What else? We'll do a raid. Check out what Masked Emerald is up to. Nice work, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Swift. Demon, see you later. Drake Spartan, have a good one. Thank you for watching, everybody. Special thank you to G3 for the sub. Catch you all tomorrow.
Thank you for being a true brat.